And so, with that done, and once you take 100,000 credit, wait. Let's do one thing at a time, okay? Let's resolve the surgery, right? So, the surgery is done for Heather. You can take off 100,000 credits. You
Cool.
probably do spend a little bit of time in Greencastle, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, you spend a little bit of Greencastle doing as Gyro asked, not big campaigners for him, right? But just getting the word out at what quote unquote really happened, right?
Hmm.
Now, before we get to Heather's reaction or anything like that, because we're in this fluid story state, Gyro did also want to know who actually hired the assassination of Prince Jasper. So, after done shaking those hands, he's all ears. What do you tell him?
I'd like to say something.
Do
Oh
it.
yeah.
Patrick, in his oddly cold state that he usually does when talking to this man, you go, well, you, of course.
Me? Oh. Clever. Clever. I like that. No, but we know I didn't actually order it, so who did? I'm guessing I got two guesses. Do you want to hear them or do you want to just tell me?
Well, your guesses would probably be far more entertaining than the actual answer.
All right. Well, now I got three guesses. He says, guess number one is that you're all just little crusaders. You saw something go wrong. You decided to take violent action into your own hands. Figured you cut off the head of the snake, so to speak. The other guess is that it was the folks down in Flint that hired you to do it because it was obvious what was going on here. And my third guess, it's a bit of a long shot, but it's possible, is that you. The only reason why I don't think it's possible is because of you there, Mr. Pointy Ears. That it was the coalition who hired you. You see, about 6 months before all this hubbub began, Prince Jasper kind of found out a few coalition sympathizers, I guess you could say, members of a mercenary group who were having two paymasters. Jasper got paranoid and he tortured and killed those two men. So I figured the coalition set out an assassination squad as for revenge of the death of their men. So, what do you think?
Well, I can say that the few run-ins I've ever had with coalition agents has not been very fond ones, as you already thought. The truth of the matter is, I have learned in my time in this world that it is rare to find individuals who are willing to help others simply because others need help. And nothing in my life confuses me more than that fact. We took no payment to do what we did. No one paid us a dime. We saw what happened here. We saw the necessity for it, and we acted.
All right.
Out of character? Technically not a lie.
Not a lie at all.
I know it's
Yeah.
not a lie. God knows it's not a lie.
It's hilarious.
Well, did you end up taking payment?
Mm-mm.
You took some repairs.
Yes.
But we paid for it,
Mm-hmm.
if I recall.
Yes, that's right. You did pay for it. You paid one credit. They gave you a discount.
Because
and
as
it only
a group-
cost you one credit. That's right.
As a group, we refused to take money for it because the second we took money for it, we were killers for hire.
That's right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Bingo. Yep. So then he'll be like, all right, well, there you go. Okay, so before we resolve, so we're kind of still at least relatively in the same time space. I'm going to say, for the sake of narration, that the subject of August comes up. And Gyro mentions that it was actually thanks to August, some of August's little handy-dandy tech work, that a lot of the coup went on without a hitch. Man, he managed to get security passwords, trick cameras, the whole shebang. The kid's quite a bit of a techno whiz, but he's also a bit of a wimp. You see, after the whole coup was over, I was serious when I said everyone needed to chip in to help harvest. We had a period of 3 days before that frost came, and there were a lot of fields that still needed tending. So my men, August included, started putting on some farm work. The poor kid threw out his back the second day in, and he's been belly aching ever since. He says that he's never been the same. I got him holed up. A family is taking care of him. Poor man says he's in traction. I've had our medical advisors take a look at him, and although he has slipped a disc, he should be well on the mend, but he's kind of, well, there's no better way of saying it. He's a giant wuss. So he's still in town, although his contract is officially up.
Do I take that to mean that you have no further use for him?
Well, I always have use for him, but I gave him the opportunity to re-sign another 2-year contract. In addition, with a small pay raise because of what he did for me. But I believe his exact words were, "Oh, no, mercenary life isn't for me no more." Or something of the sort.
Al will chuckle.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should pay August a visit.
Oh my god, I was not expecting this. This is hilarious. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Mila, you want to go pay August a visit?
Sure. Who's August?
Al, much the same way that Mila dragged Al around when making the snowman, Al takes Mila's arm and starts leading her towards where August is.
She follows.
Okay. So, okay, wait. Before we do the August thing, let me just narrate the rest of the events for Heather, okay? So, you find out that she is once again in Flint. Fatima and her husband, Abram, have been taking care of her. And they themselves are overjoyed with the idea of getting her bionic replacements. She's escorted to Greencastle, in which the surgery is completed with success. And although she's unable to speak, and that she is unfortunately illiterate, her standard of life is considerably greater. In fact, the first time she's able to feed herself, she openly weeps. The additional result to that is Fatima, who has currently been very kind of stern and hard-headed, she herself sheds a few tears in relief and gives an actual very emotional thanks to you for doing that it wasn't necessary whatsoever. So that's resolved in a very, very sweet way. And it definitely increases your belovedness. Another interesting bit of not fallout, but consequence of these actions. It's fair to say that you guys are honorable, and when you spend time in Greencastle, you do say, what happened? You tell stories. What happened is that, Gyro saw what happened. You say the whole script that he wants you to, right? Mm-hmm. But the people who listen, the people who buy you drinks, the people who welcome you into their homes for warm dinners, right? People who try to give you gifts and trinkets and thank yous, they don't really care about what Gyro wants. Like, they register it on some level, like on an intellectual level, but on a more of a heart-to-heart, a more emotional level, they care more about what you guys did. And sure, it seems that Gyro paid to help Heather, right? But these people aren't stupid, right? Word gets around, word of mouth gets around. So really 2 stories are being told. There's the kind of the official account, and then there's stories that people tell each other. And the stories that people tell each other, your names come up more than Gyro's names do. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's that bit of business.
Precisely as Mila planned it.
Yeah. Now we go on to August Keach, in which I absolutely have to roleplay this. I can't just talk about it if that's okay. Because August. Okay, so you get the address. Oh my god. This is going to
Criana the troll.
There we go. So, so sure enough, August is holed up, for lack of a better word, in one of the old townhouses that have been refurbished. The family in question is a portly gentleman and his rail-thin wife, who greet you warmly. They were one of the individuals who had to stay in Greencastle. He himself is a merchant by trade, but after the revolution, he was forced into doing labor. So the very fact that, due to the circumstances, he chats with you a while about, the plans and what's happened to Greencastle and the whole thing. But that polite conversation is interrupted by you hear bemoans from upstairs of a tinny, whiny voice going, "Oh, who's there? Oh, who are the visitors?" And then you can see the wife kind of roll her eyes a little bit. And you hear her just, like, she doesn't go up to talk with him. You can tell that these folks are almost kind of fed up with him a little bit. And you know how you want to communicate with a person in another room, and instead of just walking to there and speak with them, you just yell at each other?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I am
She
quite
just-
familiar.
She just yells up to him, "You got visitors, just a second."
Mom!
And
Wasn't
you hear a remark about of her saying, "If he stays here for another month, we're gonna have to raise his rent." And I'm sick of bringing soup up to him. Anyway, but after the pleasant introductions by the host family, for lack of a better word, you see, you go up into to August's floor, for lack of a better word. The entire upper floor is rented to him. But other than a small kitchenette and a small living room that typically just has a chair and his a few other personal effects, it's mostly his bedroom that seems to be the most lived in. It's a basic wood bed, which seems to have a spring mattress in it. And under a heap of blankets, and with his personal computer off to one side, you see poor August Keach, his glasses askew on his face, his blonde hair rattled, and the poor man looks like he's been shot, and he's just on his deathbed right now. And he goes, "Oh, it's you. Oh, I never thought I'd see you again. Gyro said you, oh, my back. Oh, sorry, just a tinge of pain. Oh, that monster Gyro, he said you left. How about you came back? Oh, you came to visit me. That's nice. Oh, wow. Oh, owie. Sorry. It's just, that man is just a slave driver, you know?
I just want it known before whatever happens. Al just kind of leans back against the door frame and just observes.
With your observations, roll me a paramedics check.
Sure. Alright. I succeed by
It's confirmed this man is a giant pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Medically speaking, he suffers from pussyitis, in which he has just turned into a giant gaping vagina.
Yeah,
Okay.
Al just
It's
leans
terminal.
back and I don't think unleashes Mila is the correct terminology, but just observes the situation.
Mila will slowly approach, staring, tilting her head to the side.
Oh. And like a small blush hits his cheek. and he turns away a little. He goes, "Oh, hello."
What part of you hurts?
Oh, my back.
Are you gonna die?
I don't know. He says, honestly.
Hang on. Hang on. If you, I think I can fix you. She kind of like leans in and gets really quiet and stares at him.
His eyes get big, almost bigger than the glasses that rest upon his face, and he goes, "Well, what?" And he looks around nervously to the other men in the room. He goes, "What are you gonna do?" He says as he
I
licks
need
his
you to
lips.
trust me.
Oh. and then for the first time in a long time, he actually looks you in the eyes. He goes, "Okay."
All right. So Mila then, with confirmation that he's gonna accept this and trust her, grabs him by the shoulders. And you know when you go to crack someone's back, like you're helping someone out, you give them like a bear hug from behind and you lift them up.
Okay.
Yeah, a baseball stretch.
Yeah,
So-
she's going to wrap her arms around him from behind and lift him up.
Delightful. Small bit of information. A second before you do this, as you lean over to grab him, you see him close his eyes and stick out his lips a little bit, as if he was expecting something completely different. And his eyes soon flare open as you lift up and give him the old back cracking maneuver. Roll me a D100.
Oh, I love this game.
48. Okay.
You
So
paralyze him.
no. August's surprise sounds turns into a giant wussy shriek, but you hear a small little snap. Well, not snap, like a crack, I guess you could say, as you do this little maneuver. And he's flailing his arms and his legs around like a madman.
During that, she's just going, shh, shh, shh.
And now I have
let
to
it
roll
happen.
the 100.
Just let it happen.
Al is covering his mouth to hide
you're
his
killing
smile.
me! You're killing me! Stop her! He said pathetically.
Am I doing this right? She's still holding him up, but like turns her body and looks at Al.
Al, again, trying to keep from laughing, which makes
Al?
him take a bit.
Al?
Oh, hang on.
Al?
I'm sorry. I was
had an aneurysm.
muted on
Yes,
Skype
Al.
and not on the stream. Sorry. Al, trying to keep himself from laughing, takes a bit longer than he should to answer, and then says, "You might want to put him down, Mila."
All right,
But
I'm gonna put you down.
GM, is it clear from Al's position that she's not doing anything that would seriously hurt him?
No.
Okay,
no.
yeah.
He has a pulled back. It's not great, but he is clearly overreacting.
Got it.
He is not dying. Yeah, that's wise advice. Just put him down.
Okay, she will slowly set him down, and then, just stare at his back.
Okay. You set him down, and he stands just fine. And he holds his back a little bit, and he looks at you like he's been betrayed horribly. As he quickly scoots back into bed. Although, Al, actually everyone can kind of notice, for a man who has a bad back, he's awfully nimble getting back into that bed. As he burrows himself underneath the covers, and he looks out at you from underneath them, he goes, "Why did you do that? That didn't help at all."
Wait, just let it settle. She's like her head is twitching as she's trying to think of if this is really the right medical thing, but she's kind of convinced herself it is.
Okay.
Al
how long?
will put a hand on Mila's shoulder and say, "You did the right thing."
Thanks, Al.
Wait, What do you mean she did the right thing? This can't be medically sound. I cannot believe. And as August starts to go off on his snooty rant, you notice that he is not bemoaning his back anymore.
Actually,
As he simply says, I have... Oh, sorry.
oh
Go
no,
ahead.
I was gonna say, as he goes on the rant, Al will very calmly and very slowly pull his MD, fake though it is, from his backpack, hand it to August.
Okay, so let me roleplay this a little bit, because I'll have you know, although I'm not an actual practitioner of the medical arts, I have read several field manuals of first aid, and what are you looking for? It doesn't matter, and textbooks, and I believe back injuries are some of the most serious injuries that an individual can get. Sometimes they can't walk forever; it could be paralyzed. People have perished from all of this, and he looks to what's in his hand. He goes.
And Al just says again, she did the right thing.
He gives you the degree back and goes, so does this treatment require multiple uses, or how long can I expect a full recovery? He says in his snooty way.
Al, almost like a doctor, like sits down on the side of the bed and says, well, a lot of that depends on the patient, of course, how much you want to recover and how motivated you are to get better. These things actually play a large factor into how quickly a patient can heal. I suppose that a lot of that depends on you.
Well, I can assure you I want a very speedy recovery. I want nothing to do with Greencastle anymore. There's not enough here to stimulate myself intellectually, and frankly, my contract is over. I'm just burning money here, burning the money that I've earned to these people.
You shouldn't burn money. Mila is just staring at him, like shocked and like, wait, can you burn money? And like looks over at Al.
August looks to Tom and be like, "Is she serious?"
Al simply says, he was speaking figuratively, Mila.
Patrick will actually pipe up. Well, actually, no. You can physically burn quite a bit of things, and it will go off on like the technical aspects of like physical burning and also the like digital burning of things.
August from time to time pipes up and confirms what Patrick says.
Yeah, and Tom will look really intrigued and listen to everything that Patrick is saying, putting all of his attention on Patrick as he's saying
Hey,
this.
Patrick, you sure are smart.
I love how August completely forgot his point just to affirm the technical aspects of something.
Yep. That's how he be.
Okay.
That's how an August rolls.
Before I continue, we as a group, do we want to bring August with us?
Well, here's the thing. Where is he going to be staying?
You can stay in my room.
He's not your pet.
No.
Also, that will really confuse him even more. Mila.
I can sleep
That
on the
will
floor.
confuse
I'll make a
Bear.
little doggy bed for him.
I think there's a couple of options, but I think that he would probably be staying with me or Tom, simply not for Mila's sake, but for his.
Yeah, probably not me though.
No. Al actually has an idea. He's gonna offer to, for the time being,
Yeah.
let him stay in the infirmary.
Yeah.
Another
that actually
person in the
sounds good.
infirmary.
There's only one person. I mean, there's no one in the infirmary right now.
Not now, no.
It's like our guest room.
Yeah, honestly. Right now I am double checking the Behemoth Photoshop document. Yeah, we have basically no room, essentially, other than the med bay. Because we have
and each person's room is actually
for 4 people, but
Right.
I don't want him in my room.
He can stay in my room. That's fine.
Okay.
And I don't know if Patrick would mind either way. Or Lee, though, man, that might be interesting to put those two together.
Oh boy.
The point being, it's not that I don't trust Mila. I think it would kill the poor kid.
Yeah, and we don't want him to be in Pam's room because
my question is, because if we do want to take him with us, I think I have an idea of how to do it.
Oh yeah,
Especially
sure.
given the situation.
Just
Kidnapping?
don't
No.
forget. Don't
tried
forget
that
we're
once.
almost out of money.
I know.
Yeah, let's get back to the like, should we actually have him in the party thing.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I like he is a fun guy to be with. I gotta say.
He is.
Yes.
Okay.
I quite enjoy Autumn, but I personally think we have quite a few NPCs already with on our journey. That's just my thought. Is like I would probably not say strict no, but I would generally be on like leaning towards the no side, mainly because like we have so many people with us already that we haven't really like done too much with. Like we're kind of like, this is a new person, but we're kind of sort of neglecting the ones that we already have.
All right.
They're like
Yeah, I can see
Tamagotchis. If you don't feed them every day, they'll die.
Yeah.
I get that. I personally, I guess to differ on that, I don't think we neglect our NPCs at all. I think we spend lots of time with them. But
what
I do
about
see
the
your point.
dog?
I've been spending time with the dog.
He has,
I'm like
yeah.
the only one that actually has spent time with Hannibal lately.
He's your
God dang
dog.
it.
And for me, unfortunately, there's not a lot of roleplay opportunities with the dog. I could have NPC-initiated stuff with Hannibal. Not what he would say, but things that he would do. It just never hasn't been on the forefront of my mind. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the idea of having like a big crew, and then like we can occasionally like with like Lee like do something for him and like spend time with him, and then
Yeah.
Alicia's there, but like then we have Alicia moments and we hang out with Alicia.
Yeah.
I think like I really have enjoyed like how these characters have grown, and I think my biggest thing when I look for like NPCs is like characters with like really like interesting personalities. And I think we got, first of all, a nice big crew with a lot of conflicting, interesting personalities, and adding someone like August and like having just like his stupid intellectual prissiness might be kind of fun. But
All
that
right.
is also the troll in me that is talking.
No, I agree.
I definitely will say and agree that having options open might be best.
And from a technical
So-
standpoint, oh, I'm sorry, you weren't done. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
From a technical standpoint, if you look at our NPCs, we have 2 fighters and a magic fighter. But in our entire group, we only have 1 tech specialist, and August may be either better than Patrick or better in different fields than Patrick. He could be very useful.
Yeah, and I double checked before. Out of character, we're thinking of going to space. He might be really good to have if we want to go to space. So we
Yeah,
would
he
have a
can be our
technical
Data.
officer. Yes,
Oh my God.
essentially, yes.
He could be Data. He would be Data.
Kind
Data
of.
Wesley.
Because if
More like
Yeah, Wesley. Yeah,
Shut up,
yeah.
Wesley.
you think about it, because if you think about it, Alicia, Bear, and Lee are all really great in a fight. But if we have to do something technical, Patrick's our only person we can fall back on. Alice is not that great.
Yeah.
Tom and Mila aren't that great when it comes to tech abilities.
I'm only like okay at general stuff.
Right,
But
same here.
Patrick, from what I can tell, is a lot more focused on building and the mechanical parts. The mechanics type deal. Whereas August is more like the technical. It's a really good addition to the team, in my opinion.
I agree.
I
And
will defend Patrick. He also has technical stuff.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah, he
say. I
does,
think
but-
that without knowing August's stats, I think that Patrick can probably match August in most things. However, I would say that it's very possible either August has specialties that Patrick might have, or failing
Yes.
that, it's always nice to have a second person that can do it.
Yeah.
Like, help me, I can't figure this out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Exactly.
fucking robot is an asshole. Help me.
Exactly.
But more so than that, I completely concur with Criana's assessment, and I really think that that's the important part to me.
Oh God.
like we all know what my approach with NPCs are, right? Like they don't steal the show from you guys. They, you just sometimes have scenes that involve them, and if someone isn't mentioned, it's not that they don't matter. It's just, we only have so much time during sessions, right? We can't always keep up with what Bear's doing, what Alicia's doing, right? So
Yeah.
I like to see them as flavor and as part of your ever-growing family, right? But the story is really about you guys. So yeah, they just give me a lot more opportunities as a GM. So
I also like the idea of Shanghaiing another character that you just came up with on the fly.
Yeah.
Just like with Lee.
Yeah, and Alicia.
that's so
I think
Alicia.
Bear's the only one that was
Yeah.
premeditated.
yeah,
Yep.
That
really.
was my
Hon-
doing.
Yeah, and that was Criana's doing too. That's
So I
right.
think the lesson is trust in what Criana wants, and what Criana wants
It's in August.
is an annoying little twerp we can mess with and have a fun time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if we're in
this-
agreement, I think I have an idea of how to get him on the cheek.
I love August already.
Do it.
You and your crazy plans. We could just ask him. You know this.
He seems willing.
Yes. Yes. No. Yeah. Yes, but
your crazy plans.
yes, but
Guys,
Piff,
guys,
my crazy
have
plan
a
saved
plan.
us 50,000 credits and might save us a bit more money here.
But are we trying to go broke?
Just let him do his plan. Leave him alone.
I'm just messing with you. It's all good.
That was the funniest fucking thing.
No, seriously, as a player, I completely agree with Piff. But it's just Al. Al has plans. Is how he rolls. Okay, so Al will say. So you said yourself your contractor's up here.
Yes.
How would you
said.
feel about traveling with us? I can promise you, not a great salary, but I can promise you there'd be very little, if any, manual labor required of you. We will certainly find ways to challenge you, technically speaking, and you will receive the best medical treatment money can buy, for free.
There's a long pause. August says, "Can I have that in writing?"
Al will take a sheet of paper and begin writing it down.
Mila is going. Oh, I was gonna say, Mila's going to turn and look at August. Basically, Charlie's Angel style, whipping her hair, like around her and smiling at him, saying, "Oh, you should come."
Oh my god, you fucking troll.
Slow
Al,
motion.
Al, you get halfway through writing that thing, and he actually gets up, grabs it out of your hand, and signs the bottom of it.
Okay. I just want to point out that nowhere in what I wrote did I mention anything about a salary.
Yeah, that's fine. Charlie's. Actually, wait. He might care about that, and this is important.
Okay.
Criana, give me your physical beauty convinced to charm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He doesn't care about no salary. He sees pink hair flapping in the wind and thick eyelashes. That's all that he sees.
Oh, he's gonna be horrified when she takes off the wig to itch her scalp.
Oh my god!
Seconds later, after he signs it.
So in case it ever comes up, what Al wrote down was very little, if any, physical labor required. Find challenging ways to challenge him technically, and the best medical care money can buy.
Great. Perfect. That is what he said. Oh no. Okay. So Mila, a few moments later, after he's done signing that, she does take off her.
Yep.
And you hear her go under his breath because you have hyper hearing. You just hear him go, "Oh, what have I done?"
Welcome to the team.
He goes, "Will I have a place to to take my belongings, he says, as he gestures over to, in his room.
I will say, yes, the choice is yours, really. You could bunk with me in my room. There's room for both of us comfortably. Or for the time being, or until you feel better, you could stay in the infirmary.
He takes a deep breath, as if it's a person who's just balling up all of his courage, and goes, I think I'll take the infirmary, just to be safe. And he looks over to... Not Mila. Well, no, he'll look over to all of you and be like, if you don't mind, could you carry me to the infirmary? I don't think I can stand.
Sure.
Walk. Oh no.
Mila with a
He goes,
big
"No,
grin on her face.
You don't have to if you don't want to. This is
No. Mila's got you. It's fine.
No, I'm the
we'll bring your stuff.
strongest.
Yeah, she is.
Al's going to, as Mila passes him, whisper in her ear, some gentle jostling might be good for his back.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
she's going-
August is going to see if he can't hear that.
Okay.
No. It's too... I was going to have him, as Mila was carrying out, him just glare at you as he descends the stairs, but he doesn't.
She's basically carrying him bridal style. Like a little princess.
Well, that's what he is.
And she will rock him back and forth as per Al's request.
He insists a few times that the rocking isn't necessary, but he might fall on deaf or crazy ears. Oh my god. Oh, this is like the cat all over again.
Al will go downstairs and thank the hosts for taking care of him and assure them that he will not be bothering them anymore.
They are overjoyed. They thank you. They in fact invite you. They actually give you. They sacrifice some of their food rations to give you a warm meal to send you on your way. So thank you.
Aw, that's very kind.
There you go. So now you have an August. Oh my. Oh, I have so many plans. My God.
We have an August for free.
Well, you might pay for it in the end.
In medical expenses, yeah, who knows?
No, I don't know about that. In other things,
But yes,
just
yeah.
being fucking annoyed by him. We'll see. All right. All right. So, any other player-initiated stuff? Because we all just did these were just squeeze ideas
I know.
all from the beginning of the session. Okay, so we have some options here. Okay, we can do more initiated stuff from you guys, which is more than fun over this 6-month period. We can do a lesson or two, magic lesson or two from Lee. We can start either of your 2 main objectives, which is finding Natalie Ling, or trying to find that armor in the ruins of Aberdeen, or you can roll on a random encounter thing, and we can do that. So many options. Yeah, what up?
I have something that I might want to perhaps purchase while we're still in Greencastle before we actually go.
Okay.
Do they have a tailor here?
They do.
They do.
He said suspiciously.
He's got so dark with that.
I know.
What?
They
I
have
just
a
want a
tailor.
suit.
Oh,
I
He's
just
been
want a
wanting
nice
a suit for the past 3
I
years,
know.
Inferno. Of course you know what he
God.
wants.
There's a
Because we're
tailor.
gonna be here for like a
of
couple of weeks,
souls.
right?
Yes. Yes, you would be. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a tailor. Yes.
Yeah. So I just want a nice suit made.
Like a zoot suit? No, you mean like a
Like a business suit.
business suit. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say that there is a tailor. Although it used to be actually he did a lot of commissions for Prince Jasper, and although Prince Jasper didn't wear suits, you'd have to kind of roughly outline or describe to him what you wanted. It is definitely something that's within their capability. So for 200 credits, you will have yourself a custom tailored suit.
Sweet. Also, there's one other thing.
Okay.
I
I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Would there be a electric guitar somewhere in
I was not expecting that. That's good.
yeah.
Electric guitar
Yes.
in Greencastle.
Yep.
I mean,
Because I have an acoustic.
yeah. Unfortunately, as much as you look for one, you can't find one. No.
Damn. Okay.
Mm.
Just let me cross that off of my wanted stuff, and I'm good to move on.
Groovy.